as we go back under the green flag. Kevin Harvick trying to get away. Brad Keselowski racing alongside.
Side by side into turn number 1. Harvick on the inside. Outside lane belongs to Keselowski. Regan Smith, he's getting waylaid in that outside lane. He's all the way back to the number 5 position. Harvick by a nose into turn 3.
Kevin's going to have to run that way right down to the checkered flag as they come off turn number 4 and hit the front straightaway going off into the corner. Brad Keselowski led that lap by just a foot or so. Kevin Harvick drops back to second. Still going on there for the top 3 out of turn 2.
Keselowski trying to get it done the hard way. He drives around the outside of Kevin Harvick. Moves Brad Keselowski to the point. Harvick now second, then Kyle Busch third. Trouble. Allgaier and Dillon slam into the outside wall. Austin Dillon head on into the safer barrier. Justin Allgaier is also involved with it. Brian Scott gets a big piece of the action as well. Hard hit in particular for Austin Dillon in turn 3.
I think we all knew it was going to get crazy in the final laps, and it certainly did just then, Dave.
Yeah, you're right about that, Joe. They were fighting over real estate. Dillon was on the inside, and on the outside was Allgaier. They got hooked up entering turn number 3. Allgaier spun trunk first into the wall. Austin Dillon went all the way around and then head first into that safer barrier. A very hard lick for the Advocare Chevrolet of Austin Dillon.
We're at lap 211 under the Service Master Clean Caution at Richmond.
Dillon drove deep into turn number 3, and quite honestly, I'm not sure that Allgaier knew he was there because he came down the banking to run the low line going into 3. Contact was made. Allgaier spun trunk first into the wall. Austin Dillon slid up the racetrack and got hooked in the right rear by Brian Scott, who was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. That turned Dillon head on into the outside wall. Austin Dillon's night almost certainly over. Hard to believe they'll get Justin Allgaier's machine back out, but they may have a chance at that.
Dillon's machine is behind the wall. We may hear from him in a moment. Steve Post, you're standing there looking right at Justin's car. What's the situation from your vantage point?
Well, they may get it back on the racetrack. They may just get it rolling so they can push it back to the garage area. The rear end is just caved in, probably 18 inches on the right side, probably a foot on the left side. It's jammed in, and they're just using whatever they can use, from mallets to saws, just trying to cut the body away from the tires. One crew member under the left side of it just wailing on that race car, hitting it with a hammer, just trying to get it. Again, I'm not sure if they're trying to get wheel clearance to get them back out. They are using a lot of high-speed duct tape, which would lead me to believe that they're trying to get back out on the racetrack. But, man, I'll tell you what, they've got a wrecked race car.
Looked like they took a lawnmower to that end of the car down. The whole tail end of it's gone.
He got a lot of damage. The whole back end was caved in. The sheet metal was crammed up underneath the wheels there. And as a postman explained, they might just be trying to get it to where it'll roll so they can push it back to the garage. And there again, they're championship contenders, so they want to get out and salvage all they can. Even if they're 5 or 10 laps down, whatever, it'll make a big difference.
Yeah, they're 4th in points coming into this event, and this is a significant blow to them in their chase for the championship. They continue to try to work on that car, of course, going several laps down, but obviously that not the concern for them right now. Their chance of winning, that's gone. Just the opportunity to try to get all the points they can, probably the only thing on their mind at the moment. 33 laps will remain when they come by the next time by. Brad Keselowski showing the way. Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch, the top 3. And Barney, prior to that caution flag, looked like the 3 of them getting ready to do battle amongst one another.
They're going to mix it up real good before this race is over. I'll guarantee you that. Cleanup's going to take just a little bit longer. Looks like Dave Moody over there to get all that debris that was left out to the outside groove over there after that wreck.
Yeah, I think the final step in the process here, Barney, is they've got a track crew checking the safer barrier to make sure that the foam inserts that go between the concrete retaining wall and the steel safer barrier wall haven't been damaged. After that, I believe the track is just about race ready.
Yeah, they've done a quick inspection all the way around to make sure there's no other debris at any part of the racetrack. And we should be seeing the one-to-go signal coming up maybe the next lap or two to get back under the green flag. If You know, Brad and Kevin and Kyle, you figure that's going to be one battle going on here when we get the restart. But there's going to be another one behind them between Brian Vickers, Regan Smith, and Elliott Sadler. They've all been very strong here this evening, and, you know, they want to get up to the top of the field if at all possible. That could be the next real hot spot in this pack of traffic.
No question about it. Brian Vickers right now being shown in the 4th spot. Elliott Sadler, Regan Smith 5th, and then comes Elliott Sadler. Let's check in on pit road. Winston Kelly?